to record you if you don't mind.
It's a little bit. You probably would be good as the creepy neighbor, on a sitcom.
Yes, I've been researching my part very long.
Second nature.
Second nature.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Static Show. This is Bob.
Hey, everybody, this is Miles. Welcome to the Static Radio Show. Being brought to you by Merkins.
Is it any particular, like, Acme Merkins, or...
Don't make it weird.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know if there's a brand to that, or it's just all Merkins in general, or...
It's called CB Merkins. CCB, he'll make you a Merkin.
First, got to get a few measurements here. Ask some personal questions about preferences, hair color. Would you like coarse or fine?
We got the American flag.
Shape. We got diamond. We got triangle.
American flag, if you want that.
We got that. We got camouflage. Will you be taking this off and on? Will you be using it in your daily life? Just a few other questions.
You want me to super glue it on there for you?
Yeah, you want to be like a flap? Want to flap? Yeah, I need that. How far down the leg do you want this to go?
What, halfway down my knee, what, for a cotton picking sake, what?
Do we need to blend this with any belly hair, or...
The fun trail? The trail to the whale? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, well, we have several. We've got poly blend. We got cotton. Shrinks a little bit, but nice. Well, I'm glad if you want to, I'll put his email here so he can get orders.
Yeah, let's put that in the comments then.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm on down to CB's house. Come on.
Interesting. Oddly enough, you didn't mention it. We were talking about Merkins before we started recording.
A few minutes ago, I know, about Merkins for Mother's Day. Yeah. And your idea was, to interview people that, maybe don't have anything going. And
yeah.
Is it by choice, or do they have some illness or something?
Yeah, I was wondering if you were, bald down there in your genital area not by choice, but bald by nature.
By nature.
Yeah, that is, is that something that happens? Is that something that you don't like? Would you, like to have a toupee for your pussy or what? So.
That's CB.
Seems like an inappropriate line of questioning, but whatever.
Yes. Whatever.
I'm sure it happens. I'm sure there's a word for it. We just don't know. I don't want to look it up right now, but
I'm CB. I'm with the group Up with Merkins.
Up with Merkins. And we recycle. You can use your old Merkins. We'll make them into soul patches.
Oh my! A line has been crossed. Okay, a line has been crossed.
For yourself or a loved one, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We do not discriminate.
Dad, you smell funny. Huh? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? I couldn't imagine.
Huh. That's weird. This whole show is really weird, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Hey, I wanted to tell. So I was at a place where there probably were no Merkins.
Okay. All right.
I don't think anybody even, thought about that. But so, you know, we we have a bunch of books that we received not too long ago, and and we're going through the collection and we're getting rid of books that we don't want and keeping the books that we do want. And
the Encyclopedia Britannica.
What are we gonna do with this? We got the internet.
We're missing the queue. God damn it.
Yeah. So.
God damn it.
So I've been tasked with my son to get rid of these books.
Okay.
And the ones that we don't want. And so we don't want to just throw them away. They're books. And so my son's like, well, let's go try to sell them. And there's this place, it's actually a chain, and there's a place over in St. Louis called Half Price Books. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but there's more than one of them. You know what I mean? So we've been taking some books in as we go into the city, and we stop off and we sell them. So they take them and they buy them, like for $0.25 and sell them for $1 or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we're like, that's fine. And it's not like it's a money making scheme or anything, but at least they're getting some use and so forth. So
yeah.
What you got to do then is, it's a real, kind of progressive, kind of place where there's a lot of cool people who work there and read a lot of books and things. So, so the deal is when you go in, you take your books in and then you wait. They want you to wait. They're like, don't leave.
Yeah.
Look around, and then we'll page you, and you come up, and we'll tell you, what's the deal on the books.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, so I don't want any more things. We're trying to get rid of things, and so we went and looked around a little bit the first time we went, and we've taken a couple of loads of books in, and so I found this couch in the back, and so I just go sit on the couch, and then my son kind of wanders around, looks at stuff. Because they have more than just books. They have all kinds of stuff. So, and so I'm sitting on the couch, and all these people are milling around. We started this when it was cold, and there was nobody there.
Right.
And now that it's gotten progressively warmer, it's like all the people are coming out of the woodwork. And so I'm sitting on this couch, and there's this guy who's kind of perusing not too far away. And it's kind of a big couch. It's probably like an 8-foot couch, like you'd find in a doctor's office or something. And so on the other end of the couch, he's got a stack of books going and everything. And it's growing, it's kind of coming towards me, his books. He's got them all laid out there. And, and so my son wanders around for the while, and he gets over, and, I'm like, well, do you want to sit down? He's like, gives me that, doesn't say anything, but kind of shakes his head. I'm like, all right. Cause I'm on the end, right? Well, I've kind of been hiding the reason why doesn't want to sit down, because at this point, half the couch is this guy's books.
Yeah.
And this guy looks like Howard Hughes circa 1978.
Ooh.
He's wearing jogging shorts, and basically it looks like he's got 2 pieces of PVC pipe for legs. They're so scrawny and white, and his hair's all crazy looking, and he looks like Howard Hughes. Have you ever seen the movie Howard and Me?
I did.
Yeah, he looks like that. Jason Robards in that movie. Very scraggly looking guy with like really long fingernails, and he's dressed like Jimmy Connors from the late 70s, early 80s. And he's got all these books stacked up, and then he sits in between them, and he sits there, and he gets him really close to his face like Brandon, and he's looking at him, and he's making noises. And then he's got like 2 stacks going. I think he's got 1 stack where he's going to get rid of, and the other stack that he's going to keep or something. And my son just does not want to have anything to do with this guy. And so then he sits down again, and he's looking at him, making his noises. He whips out a magnifying glass out of where, I don't know. He's wearing a T-shirt and shorts.
Oh, jeez.
And now he's like looking at him like really closely, like he's hunting for something. He's basically looking at the laser burn dots on a CD or something. He's like,
jeez. Yeah.
So that was one of the interesting people. There's another guy in a military army jacket kind of thing.
Tackleberry.
Yeah, and he's got a cart just full of books.
I like books.
But he just seems to be randomly throwing them into the cart. He'll like walk up and it'll just like, boom, here's some books. Looking very angry person.
The biography of Jimmy Connors.
That's right. Yeah, Jimmy can still do it. So yeah, it was just, and then kind of the piece de resistance of this whole experience was this couple walk by more than once. They go up and down the aisle. I'm kind of at the end of the aisle of like several aisles, so I can see them walking away and walking toward me. This woman is built like she looks like a cask of whiskey for her body, like a big keg. And she's got the most spindly arms you've ever seen. I was just thinking, is this possible? I have never seen anybody who was so big chested and everything and had such tiny, tiny, tiny arms. I mean, it was almost like they were atrophied,
I'm the tick.
Yeah, I'm the tick. And she's pushing this cart, and then she's with, and my son and I talked about this in the car because we couldn't talk while we were in the store. We're just taking it all in,
Yeah.
And I'm like, she was there with Wolverine because this guy.
Oh, not one of those guys that's trying to pull off that old look, is it?
No. It's worse it's Wolverine in a bad sense. This guy was wearing sandals with no socks, and his toenails were basically clicking on the floor.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, his toenails had grown out so far they were like going over the edge of his sandals. And then his fingernails were not that much better, so I was like, he's like Wolverine,
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was just disgusting. He's like walking around on this thing.
Hey, I'm looking for Jimmy Connors.
He's like, hey, honey, here's Betty's spaghetti arms over here. And I was just like, so we got out to the car and we were kind of chatting about this a little bit as we were leaving. And I go, I think we should call this place Half Price People because all these people look about half there. But I mean, it was just full of them. There was the hip guy he probably was like in his late 30s. He works at the bookstore wearing his, he looks like the Spin Doctors, the hat the Spin Doctor guy wore.
If you want to call me baby, just go ahead.
Want to shelve some books with me? Go ahead now.
Go ahead now.
Yeah, I mean, he was a hipster-looking guy with this crazy hat, but he certainly was way too old, Maybe he's the manager. I don't know, but he was shelving books, and it was just like a menagerie of, I felt like I was. You remember Yellow Submarine and the door full of hallway full of doors and all the weird shit that would come out of each door?
Yeah.
That's what it was like. Every aisle was just like people coming at me.
Are you done bringing back books now, or you?
No, I still got to go again. I got to keep going back, but the warmer it gets, the more of a. I mean, it's almost like it's its own little world there. It's its own little microcosm, if you will. Obviously, they're all very literate people, but not all with the best hygiene, I'm assuming. So,
you fit right in, I'm thinking.
There you go. Thank you.
I don't have hygiene.
I don't have any hygiene problems.
Oh, look at that attractive woman on the couch.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting there, like taking it all in. Oh my goodness.
Checking them out.
Yeah. There's lesbians over in the corner. Noodling with some books there.
I wonder if she's got a merkin.
Yeah. I don't know. I was,
Yeah.
That was before I had that idea. So maybe next time.
Yeah. Next time.
I'll
How about next week? That's your homework. Yeah. Next week.
Yeah. I'll inquire. Yeah. But half price people. I'm like,
half price people.
It was so strange.
What's so weird about your area, man? You got a bunch of weirdos.
Well, and this one lady, she took so you get your little receipt that they pay you. You know what I mean? You can go take it. Then you got to take it to the register and get your money. Oh my God, This woman took so long. She's like,
"Here's your 18 cents, sir."
Yep, here you go. Thank you.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Lucky.
So yeah, I've got to do. We still got more to go, so I'll be in there a few more times. But this last time that I was there was just like, holy moly!
Oh my God, jeez!
I was expecting to see you with your half shirt on, and
you're
like, you got any Bears books? Any books about the Bears?
No.
Yeah, you remember I took you to the bookstore in Decatur.
I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like that, only slightly more corporate. Yeah. So yeah, but no, I didn't look for any Bears books. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. Weird. It was very interesting.
Your people watching instincts.
I do love. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Sometimes
judging people and critiquing them.
Yes, I like to watch people sometimes, and sometimes I'm deathly afraid. The only good thing was no one looked incredibly violent, other than the guy with who reminded me of. There was a guy on Seinfeld that they kept promoting from the mailroom to be a writer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he kind of had that vibe going on. He was the only one that was a little scary. Weird. He was wearing sunglasses and a hat.
Yeah.
And an army jacket.
Yeah. That's weird.
I think he was following somebody because he didn't seem to be actually thinking too much about what he was putting in his cart. But I could be wrong. That could be just me. So what's going on with you?
Well, I went to the bookstore, I guess. I hung out and looking at everybody, and I just thought, man, oh man, I'm getting a chub. I'm getting a chub. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I heard some weird noises. I didn't know if that was you or something.
It was me. I was making Scooby-Doo noises. I was like,
oh, I didn't know what that was. I was like, what the hell? I think we've been hacked or something. What the hell?
We've been hacked.
My family went up north and
you went seashell hunting.
Too cold for that. No, we went out for Easter, and also my parents have birthdays this month.
Oh, really? Happy birthday!
And my dad turned 90.
Wow, that's amazing.
And my mom turned 89.
Holy moly!
And
she doesn't look a day over 87.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know.
It's that eyeliner. Just saying.
It is. Yeah, I was going to ask her about you, and I didn't. I'm mad at myself.
I don't want to have an aneurysm. Bob. Hey, maybe you could ask your mom about the Merkin thing there.
You want me to ask her about it?
No, I don't.
I'll say you asked about it. I'll put your name to it.
I said you. You can ask. You can ask.
No, that's something I'm not going to ask my mom.
Yeah,
come on.
Okay.
And, at the end of the trip, everyone basically ended up hating me. And
so it was another good trip.
Rightfully so. And I want to thank my wife because she did organize this trip and she did pack for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And she loaded the car by herself, and I made her do like all the driving.
Why don't you drive?
I don't know. I just didn't feel like it. On the way up there, I did not. On the way back, I did to some extent.
I gotta go to the bathroom. You know, honey, whenever I drive, that steering wheel rubs on my crotch, and I just can't help myself.
I like to pull over multiple times.
That's right. I'm like,
and
can you do Daddy a little favor here with the old...
the old he-hum, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, my wife got mad at me because I didn't realize, like, she was giving me instructions, and I just, like, basically, like, shut the door on her as I... The dog had to go to the bathroom, so I didn't realize she was talking to me, so I just, like, got out of the car, shut the door. I came back, and she's crying in the car.
Oh, no. Like, oh. You're such an asshole.
I actually was mad at somebody else. I'm like, oh, that's funny.
You know.
It came out later.
You're like a country song. You know that? You should just be a country song.
Yeah, I know. I'm an asshole.
I made my wife so mad when I slammed the car door in her face.
I was talking to you, you stupid jerk.
I thought she was talking to the radio, but she was talking to me instead.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, I thought they were deciding where they were going to eat, so I got out of the car. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I gotta take the dog for a walk.
The dog's gotta take a squat.
I gotta go fart.
And so we get up there, and you know, it's kind of a mini family reunion, I guess, if you will. And
was there somebody? Was your sister there? Your older sister?
I had some sisters there. My brother was there.
What? You didn't even know who you are.
No, he knew he made me very nervous though, because he likes to pull out in front of traffic a lot. A lot. Like, I'm talking semis and pickup trucks and stuff too. I'm like,
he goes, Miles, watch this. I pull out all the time. That's why I got no children.
And he like drives like 65 miles per hour wherever we're going.
We need to get the fuck there.
I know. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking.
He thinks he's the bandit. He's got a mustache and a cowboy hat.
And he starts this bullshit again. Like, I got this secret machine on this van, and I can't kill no one or crash it because it knows if I cross the line. And here, look, no hands. Look it. But he did this to me like a couple years ago, and I just said, please don't do this because that feature is made up. It doesn't work. You don't have this feature on this van because we obviously are heading towards the ditch. So please, do not do it.
We got that on our van. It pulls you into the lane. Yeah.
No, not his van.
No, we're
obviously creeping into the wrong lane. I'm like, okay. No, can you please just drive the car and not do this, please?
Hey, Miles, watch me drive with my nutsack.
Nah, I'm going to drive blindfolded with my nutsack. No. And so, you know, we had a pretty good time. And unfortunately, my dad has had a lot of health issues, and he no longer lives at home.
Right. Well, he's 90 years old. What do you want, man?
No, I mean, God bless. God bless. You know, it is what it is. You know, yeah. But he lives in like an assisted living.
He lives at the Playboy mansion.
I wish.
I have to see my dad again. I'm sorry, honey. You guys stay here. I'm gonna go see Dad.
We went to the casino instead. I'm sorry. We were supposed to get him. We didn't. No. And so, like, the first day, like, we got him, like, in early afternoon, and we had him out for a few hours, and we had to take him back. And
what's it, like a rental? Yeah. For Christ's sake, you sound like it's a rental.
Well, no, I mean, it was just a nice day. You know,
we took the scooters down to the lakeside and rode the scooters by the lake. Had to return them in 2 hours.
Yeah, right. Well, that's where we got in trouble at. Yeah, you're kind of getting you're kind of getting to the point of the story. So that was like the day before Easter, right? So everything was pretty nice, and he seemed very upbeat. And, you know, his memory is just like really super bad. It's like really bad. You know, it's like a really like a corrupted file or something. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, sounds like you.
And well, yeah, I am too. But so we get him back, and he's very upbeat, and we're like, okay. And now my brother's got the idea. Let's come get him earlier in the day. And, you know, we'll take them to Easter service, and they have a meal, and, you know, this and that, right? And so we go there. What?
Might as well. You're there. Might as well.
Yeah. All right. So we picked him up. You know, it was like 8 or 9 or whatever it was. And man, I looked like he just like literally like they literally like rolled him out of bed and threw him in a chair. I mean, he just had like this blank look, like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't good. This isn't like the same guy we saw last night. This guy. You know, I was like, he's fucked up. You know, I was like, oh shit.
It sounds like that new show on Disney Plus called Moon Knight.
I have not seen that, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's two different guys. Anyway, go ahead.
And so he makes it clear that he's going to have to hit the head before we leave. And,
I gotta go.
And so I kind of made my brother do the dirty work. I'm like, oh, why don't you, take care of it? He's like, all right, Miles, I'll man it up. I'll do it. And
I got this feature on my van.
Yeah, my van will clean you. It's got a bidet.
It's got a bidet. It's got a pressure washer out of the back trunk. Yeah.
And
wash it down.
So after a few false starts, we finally get going. Like, okay, I guess he's empty. Let's go. And
what is he, like you? Christ.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, this gets worse. So we get to the church. And they're having some meal, before the church.
You got food before and after? What the hell? What kind of church is
I know that, my mom insists that my dad has to eat all his food all the time. Like, keep eating, keep going, eat some more.
Yeah.
Poor guy, So it's time to go to inside the church now. Leave the eating place and in the church. And so everyone starts, heading in, and he's like, bathroom break. I'm like, okay. So I summon my brother again. I go, okay, go ahead and take him into the men's. And and after a few false starts, once again, he's ready to go, right? I'm like, okay, all right. So
now, is this a number 1 or a number 2? Or am I allowed to ask this question?
You can use your imagination with this, okay?
Is it both at once?
It was number 2 was what it was, right? And
how come Dad's naked in his shirt in the bathroom?
Yeah, no, this gets worse. So now, like the men's is like in the eating quarters, and the women's bathroom is kind of like close to the sanctuary. Around the corner. So we get about as far as around the corner. He's like, oh my God, I really have to go bad again. And now he's in the women's bathroom.
Well, whatever. It's an emergency.
And now we can't get him out of the women's bathroom.
Okay.
I'm not done. So now it's like 5 minutes into the service, 10 minutes into the service, 15 minutes into the service, still not done. I'm like, oh no, this is getting bad. And once again, my brother, I'll do the dirty work. Let me do it.
I'll do the dirty. I don't even know who this guy is. That's your brother.
I know. Then he starts yelling, I ain't done yet. I'm like, oh boy.
So, is it like a one-holer, or it's not like? Is he just not trying to look under stalls or anything? Is he?
No. It's just a one-holer.
Oh, okay.
At this point, the service is only like an hour long.
Your dad was engaging in his old ways. He's like, hey,
no,
I'm an old man. I can get into this bathroom and have a look around,
The service is only like about an hour long, and we're already like 40-some minutes into it. I'm like, oh, my God. And my brother's like, well, do you still want to go in there to go to church, Dad?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to the bathroom. Get out of here. I'm going to the bathroom. Fuck.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy. So finally, it's like, why don't we go home?
Right.
Let's go to Mom's house. And, we get out to my brother's car. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh boy. Put the pedal to the metal, let's get out of here.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
And, so we get him to my mom's house, and, he's unleashing again.
Oh, my Lord. Jeez.
Yeah.
You guys have horrible bowels.
And, like, everyone who lives there, because, like, my sister and brother-in-law live with my mom temporarily.
Sure.
Helping out. And they're like, all three of them, like, we fucking told you not to do, like, go early in the morning and get him. you know, because he's just out of it, you know.
Right. Huh.
I felt bad, right?
Sure.
But then, you know, he got cleaned up and they let him lay down, and he was actually okay in the afternoon.
And shit all morning long? Holy moly.
Yeah, he had to go bad. Yeah. And
this is terrible.
So to wind this thing up, so we've had him out like all day, like in the morning, got him around 9. And it's getting around, you know, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night now.
Oh my God, this guy's got to be, he's 90 years old for fuck's sake. He can't be running
I know,
around
he's
all
still
day.
going. He sleeps all day, and he was up around playing cards and stuff, you know, and they were trying to show him pictures. And I was like, well, we better get going back. Yeah. So we start heading back. So it's my oldest son, myself, my brother, and my dad, and my brother's like, you know what, let's have some ice cream for old time's sakes. Let's just do that.
Okay.
So now we just killed like another 20 minutes, you know. So now we pull up to the place, and now it's like after 9 o'clock at night.
They're like, we don't want him now.
Oh, yeah. The head guy was there. He was not too happy with the title, boy.
Do you realize what the fuck you're doing?
I'm like, hey, man, you didn't give us no curfew, man. That's kind of on you, you know.
Everybody's asleep here. They fell asleep 2 hours ago, you bastard.
Yeah, he goes, we just got everyone down for a nap, and you guys come in here talking loud.
And carrying on with your ice cream and your Merkins. And
I mean, I love my brother. He's a very nice guy, and I don't know if he talks this loud all the time, but everything is like, hey, you want to go over here? And you want to, it's like, you know, it's like blowing out my ears. Like, Jesus Christ.
He may have some hearing troubles.
I don't know. I mean, he's worked in factories all of his life, so maybe he's lost his hearing. But
pretty much.
I don't know. He's yelling stuff, like he's literally blowing out my ears. He's standing right next to me yelling stuff. Hey, let's go! And so yeah, this guy is pissed off, man. He's like, yeah, I just called your mom.
Looking for him.
Yeah, where the fuck are those guys? No, he didn't say that. This guy, he was a very nice guy the first time we met him, and the second day, he wasn't quite his own.
You guys all got ice cream around your face. He's like, where the fuck are you been?
Because right as we pulled in, my son's like, wouldn't it be cool if we got a picture of all of us together? Maybe like the guy who runs it will take our picture.
No chance.
Yeah, we got in there and we didn't get butt out. And this guy's like, you know, there's some rules. You know.
You in your half shirt with ice cream all over your face.
Look, what's wrong? Chocolate dripping down my cheeks.
You look like
you know,
Philip Seymour. You look like Philip Seymour Hoffman and what's that?
Twister.
Huh?
Twister?
Not Twister. The porno one.
That's the only one I've seen of him.
Oh, come on! You saw the porno movie one with Dirk Diggler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you look like.
Yeah. So. I know he's not the Magwai, you know. I mean, he didn't come with instructions like don't feed him after midnight and don't get him wet. And... Yeah.
He's like, how many times your dad shit today?
Holy cow. Yeah, so we like literally just dropped him off and ran. Like, oh, here you go, bye.
It's like you're pulling your old high school routine where you drop off your drunk buddy.
You show up at our house drunk.
Yeah. We found him this way.
We totally ditched him. Like, see you later, Dad.
Did you feed him ice cream? He's severely diabetic.
Oh, my God. So, yeah. So, you know, the nursing home guy hates us now. My wife hates me.
Your wife's still crying from the whole other incident.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was
You're just making trouble. Just a good old boy. He got the General Lee of minivans. The terrible thing is you're in the Daisy Dukes. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
You got like a nut hanging out.
My peanut butter papa.
Miles with his half shirt and his Daisy Dukes and a nut hanging out.
Come on.
Happy Easter, Daddy. Here's some ice cream.